This is from day 20, a cool down called How Many Hours of Work? So, Claire would like to buy a video game that costs $130. She saved $48 so far and plans on saving $5 of her allowance each week. How many weeks will it be until she has enough money to buy the game? Well, to represent the constraint, we can write this inequality. I try to focus more on writing the inequalities. So if you think it through, she has $48, so 48, and she's going to be saving $5 each week. So she's going to be adding to the amount that she has $5 every week for some unknown number of weeks, which we're calling W in this case. So 48 plus 5W. Now, in order for her to afford the game, she needs to have at least $130, which means that exactly $130 would be great, but more than that would also be okay. So that's why we have that greater than or equal to 130. Now, there's a couple ways we could do this. We could sort of reason through our solutions, or, like we've been doing, we could just solve the related equation. And if you think about it, this works really nicely because we can find out how many weeks exactly it takes for her to get up to $130, which would be 16.4. However, she's not going to be putting in like little tiny bits of money all week. She's going to just put in $5 for every week. So 16 weeks would not quite be enough. So 17 weeks would be enough. So we would say that the number of weeks should be greater than or equal to 16.4. The other thing that you could do is when you find your boundary, just put that on a number line and then ask yourself, which side of this boundary would I find my solutions? Well, in this case, if she was saving up money for 0 weeks, would she have enough money? Obviously not. So it would have to be this and everything to the right of it if you were graphing the solution. So let's take a look at the cooldown. So Lynn's job pays $8.25 an hour plus $10 of transportation allowance each week. She has to work at least 5 hours a week to keep the job and can earn up to $175 per week, including the allowance. So, represent this situation mathematically. Well, there's actually a couple things going on here. She can earn up to $175 per week. And we also have this other thing. She needs to work at least 5 hours a week to keep the job. Oh, how many hours per week can Lynn work? Well, she needs to work at least 5 hours a week. The question is, what's the maximum number of hours that she can work? Well, the first thing that you need to do is you need to write an inequality. So they pay her $8.25 an hour plus $10 of transportation allowance each week. She can earn up to $175 per week. So she's got $8.25 an hour for some unknown number of hours. Let's call it H. So the total amount that she makes in a week would be $8.25 times H, but there's something else that she earns as well, right? Plus $10 of transportation. Once you get an expression for the amount of money that she makes, remember, she can earn up to $175 per week. She can earn exactly $175, but no more than that. So think about what inequality sign you're going to use. Is that going to be greater than or equal, or a less than or equal? Once you have that inequality, solve it. And then when you give your answer, make sure that you say, well, it could be anywhere from 5 hours up to whatever gets her up to that upper limit. If you have any questions, let me or your teacher know.